That person saying that I needed to get a job has broken me. This is who I am now. So, how are you guys doing? Love the look. Thank you. Come on, unemployment. Yeah. What else do I got going on? Was this Patreon content? Yeah, we just recorded it. It'll be released later tonight, the podcast. Get unready with me stream. Not good. You'd make a great drag queen. All right, come on. Come up with names. What's the Cory Wurtenberger drag queen name? You gotta have some good ones. Corinna Caprice Sun. It's pretty good. Speech and Deb 8. I think Deb 8. Deb 8ing. That'd be good. You like that? Deb 8ing?
Karana Sahan.
Sahana Karan, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Jurad number 2. That's a good one, Ryan. Thank you, Americory only for the sub. Thank you, Mountain Doofus and Tom. Thank you, Dee. I don't know why I said it like that. Dee. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Indiana Alley, for the Prime. 4 months. Appreciate you. Why do you have makeup on? Molly, before you shower, do you want to describe what you did to me? Like what did you do to my face? Like what happened? What's the stuff?
Oh, like what I used?
Yeah.
I used some sparkly eyeliner, like all over here.
Right.
And then I did a very pink lipstick.
Uh-huh.
I did this, close your eyes, this purple sparkly eyeshadow.
Mm-hmm.
Mascara.
Right.
Blush, the whole thing.
The whole thing, she says. It was an hour of makeup.
An hour, yeah.
An hour. So, pretty crazy. So, yeah.
It's just a light beat, too, right? That's not even... That's not
Mm-hmm. The whole shebang. The works, as they call it. Someone said they wanted to see this, and I'm kind of interested in seeing it. So let's see Amon's rant.
These feeds, cuts, and everything, and the whole Angela situation, and really not trying to belabor, the complaints that all of us have about no flashbacks and rewinds or whatever. But like, I don't know what they're trying to protect. Because people have been complaining about Big Brother for a very long time. A very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't typically see structural change to the show.
Yeah.
It doesn't really happen. The biggest shift that we have seen so far was that of
Thanks,
the
Shinsuke.
casting regimen. And that wasn't even Big Brother exclusive. That was a Paramount Plus reality TV wide casting regiment that was followed by the Canadians, right? Or preceded by the Canadians, rather. So, to me, I'm like...
Angela mocking Lisa's walk. I think people have to understand that Angela is insane. I've kind of changed my mind. I think I would prefer Angela to be evicted this week because she's truly drawing dead, and she's so bad strategically and socially that there's, like, no hope of her doing anything ever. And, like, I don't even think the drama's gonna be that fun anymore. But, you know. The thing is, if Angela wins an HOH, though, it's nuts, you know? So, maybe.
Hardly ever
Nah, but that's not even true, because Quinn's just gonna take it over. Shit!
get in trouble for anything. Yes, there's a lot of complaints. Yes, there's a lot of TMZ coverage. Yes, there's a lot of, like, you know, there's a lot of online activity and criticism, but when do they ever really have to face the music? The show has not been canceled. The show's been on for 24 years, almost a quarter of a century.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, it's let's cut the feeds because we want to make sure that we're protecting our image. We know what goes on in that house. We know what we're getting ourselves into when we're watching Big Brother and we're watching complete strangers interact with other complete strangers, and things can go awry. It happens. The best that you can do in mitigating these situations is responding appropriately, admonishing bad behavior that you do not want to see outside of gameplay.
Yeah, I guess the reason they would disagree, and I fully agree with Amon on everything, but I'm trying to think of it from their perspective. Margie, go fuck yourself. I think their perspective is like, we're not going to get good press for dealing with a situation well, but we're going to get a ton of bad press for something happening. So from our perspective, we want to just like be very proactive in making sure that these news articles don't pop up. My question is like, how bad is it for the show if there's negative press in terms of like TMZ articles? Is it that bad? Like, what's the impact? It can't like hurt the viewership that much. Is it like a brand risk? Like, I don't think it's that big of a brand risk. They've been losing money all along. Yeah, maybe it's just, it's very confusing. I think it helps, if anything. I mean, look, I'm not a believer in all publicity is good publicity. I think there's such thing as bad publicity. But for a show like Big Brother, I think the bad publicity affects the players the most. I don't understand exactly how it would affect the show's bottom line. And I'm not saying that like it doesn't. I truly don't know. It's very confusing. How are they losing money? I don't think they're losing money. Big Brother's a cash cow. It's super cheap to produce. They pay the cast, like, very little. I mean, relative to, you know, a scripted show with actors. They have 3 shows a week. But maybe it's been declining, potentially. They're trying to avoid Zombie Week. I don't think that's the problem. I think the main thing people want to be clear about is, like, when they're cutting the feeds, they're not trying to protect Angela, they're trying to protect themselves. I don't think they care very much about the well-being of the cast after the show. I think they'd love for all of us to not get a ton of hate and have psychological problems, but that's not their main concern. That's not their job. Their job is more so to make a productive, profitable show. Kenny on the verge of quitting. Why? Where they're talking. I know you can't see it. Let's see what these guys are talking about. Let me lock in. Let's hear this game talk, because this day started off super interesting and then fell off super hard. Lychee Kai, thank you for the 8 months. Tucker pissed me off today because Tucker was like, you know what? Like, I'm glad I volunteered for the block because, you know, better now, get it out of the way now. It's like, you can get nominated again, Tucker. It's actually more likely you're going to get nominated again after you volunteered once. It's not like everyone has to get nominated before you can get nominated for a second time. It's very odd. By the way, right now, if I did my player rankings, I did them yesterday, T-Core would move above a lot of people. I had one concern with T-Core, and she made me feel a lot better about every one of those concerns already today. Just playing really actively. Really, really actively. She's the one who's going to put together this alliance if it ends up happening. Lisa walked in. We could stop paying attention. Brooklyn has to drop now. I mean, look, if Brooklyn's not included in whatever this like 5 or 6 person alliance ends up being, Brooklyn's cooked. Not cooked, but you have to rank her much lower. Chelsea has to drop as well. Because I know in some of the discussions they were discussing like including Chelsea in the group, but it feels like that's fizzled, and it would be like Quinn, Tikor, Chemo, Tucker, maybe Joseph, and one other person. Who am I forgetting? Who am I forgetting? Rabina, of course. Now, I think they should pull in Joseph, because I know that 6th spot, they've been like, is it Brooklyn? Is it Chelsea? Is it Joseph? Chelsea would be a poison apple. Do not pick Chelsea. I think Joseph's a good call. So Quinn rises to number 1. Yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to say Quinn, Chemo, or Tikor. I think it has to be. Cedric could go far. Yeah, I think Cedric, just with how, like, if he could follow up with Quinn on the, whatever their alliance is called, then I think he's in a much better spot. The makeup's iconic. Thank you. Shout out to Molly. She killed it. I'd pull in Brooklyn before Joseph. Joseph seems like he will turn on you quick. I think Brooklyn has a lot more options and Joseph doesn't. I think the goal of bringing in Brooklyn would be like, okay, well, Rabina's close to Brooklyn, so maybe Rabina would be more locked in. But I feel like Rabina could be locked in with, Chemo, Tikor, and Tucker anyways. Why isn't Quinn trying to flip the vote on Angela? Y'all, it's really hard to flip a vote with the AI arena. It's really hard. Joseph said, I'm a snake, they should all vote me out. Yeah, because he's a ham. He's a total ham. But I actually think Joseph's a smart player. He'll, stick with an alliance that he has nothing. He needs people. I think that's the right call. For me. Or you could just make it a 5-person thing. 5-person thing, try to keep Kenny in the orbit, try to keep Cedric in the orbit, Is Lisa confirmed leaving? I think it seems that way. There was a lot of anti-Angela talk so far about, like, oh, she went too far being mean to Lisa, but it does feel like that's the way it's heading. I hope Angela gets evicted from Matt. You really are like a big Matt guy, Zambro? It's slightly waffling. It's slightly waffling, sure. There's a whole nother day, so it could happen. I was kidding. Alright, Zambro. I'll let you off this time. Just this once. Did you see Matt's TikTok about Kenny? It was hilarious. Can you link it? I think he's in on the joke. It was pretty funny. When is the Matt meetup, by the way? George is close to Tennessee. I'm sure if we asked him if he wanted to come on the podcast, he'd say yes. He's kind of been doing the rounds. Let's, what's happening here? So far, we're, Angela's 1s and 2s, Brooklyn's 6s and a 7, Chelsea's got 6s, Chemo's got 7s. Okay. I think I agree with most of this. I'm a little bit more bullish on Cedric and a little bit more bullish on Brooklyn. But I'm with it so far. Okay, let's watch this together because I think this is amazing. He's funny. He's a funny guy. You got to give it to Matt. Why do you have makeup on? Why do you ask people this when you see them on the street? Or do you just mind your own business? Just curious. He's taking his first boot well. Very, very well. Gal tears, thank you. Why couldn't he be funny in the house? I mean, he was charismatic in the house. He was just kind of boring to watch because he would drag down strategic conversations. He's corny. There's much worse things you can be than corny. So, help me out, because I was watching the feeds basically all day. I feel like the feed started off super juicy. T-Core was running around, this group was forming, and then they hit a fucking brick wall. Is that about your all's experience? Tom, I know. You've been saying it the whole time. Everyone got tired. It's one of those days where the backyard is closed, so there's just nothing to do. Angela called Lisa a twit, not a twat. She wanted to be very clear about that. She would never call someone that. They all wake up at nighttime. Yeah. I'm only going to stream for about 45 minutes. So about another 25 minutes. Just checking in, watching the feeds for a little bit. I meant to stream for a little bit longer today, but, you know, Molly's here. So I'm just doing what I can. I wish Kenny would self-evict so we could keep Lisa and Angela. Again, I think my Angela love has run its course. I think she was really fun. I think the longer she's in the house, the less fun she gets. And I will say, look, y'all know the people I'm really rooting for are Quinn and Joseph. They're my super fans. You know, I can't help it. But I am a little bit pissed that Quinn has this power, because, like, a lot of great outcomes get kind of crushed now. Like, if Kenny wins HOH, Quinn just takes it over. Angela wins HOH, Quinn just takes it over. I really don't like it. It's a big bummer. You almost want one of these powers to go to a really bad player, so they can, you know, hijack the game and do some crazy shit. When it goes to a good player, or at least one of the better players, it's like, well, now what? Have Quinn and Leah talked at all since they formed their final two? I don't think so. Not really. Quinn has gone to everyone and said how annoyed he is with Leah, but not in a possessive way. It's very Cory coded. Remember that week where I was running around being like, the good thing about voting out Jag is America has to come to me, but not in like a weird possessive way, more in like a strategic way. I remember that vividly. Quinn's running the Cory script. Leah's vouched for him personally. Yeah, I mean, it's a good connection for both of them. They should maintain it. It would be good drama if Lisa left and then he used the power, because everyone would know she didn't have it and Angela was telling the truth. Yeah, I really think for Quinn, it would be super useful to get rid of Angela here. To put his, you know, power back. Like, here's the problem. If you vote out... Let's do it both ways. You vote out Angela. Angela probably leaks your power on the way out. But maybe you could still get away with it, because people think Angela's insane and they still think Lisa has the power. You vote out Lisa... Now, even if Angela doesn't say anything, which she already has, but let's say she stops and people don't believe her, people know Lisa's out of the house, so any power that's used, people are going to assume you have it. You know what I mean? So you're kind of screwed. Thank you, Steel. A tier 2 sub. Steel, there was some Peggle talk on the podcast today. I don't think you should be concerned. Who are you rooting for in AI Arena? I'm rooting for Lisa. I hope Angela goes. I think that is, at this point, what I want. I think Angela is one of these players who needs to go for the game to move on at this point. You're not a Patreon, well, you're going to miss it. I saw a tweet that I was like, damn, this is crazy. It was a tweet that's like, I stopped paying for Americory's Patreon and Cory's Twitch sub for this, and then it was a picture of like the live feeds. being like, we'll be right back. And I'm like, damn. Like, I get it. Like, that's a totally reasonable choice to make. But I'm like, you gotta tweet about it? Terps11. Thank you for the 2 months. It's like, shit. That's tough. By the way, I have all these people blocked. Are people posting about me blocking them? How's that going? Because I was a muter and I became a blocker. And my whole concern with blocking people is I don't want to give people the satisfaction. But now I'm like, yo, like, why am I living my life based on other people? Haven't seen anything yet? I'm glad to hear it. Okay, good. There was more shit today, though. I mean, there was the guy who said I should get a job. And then, like, whenever I tweet, there's, like, quote tweets. But was there its own separate thread? In which case, link it. I legit thought you muted me. I don't think you're muted. If you are, you did something. How do you feel about Angela describing Quinn's power in detail? Do you think he'll be too afraid to use it now? I think when Quinn uses his power, I think what Quinn should do is he should use his power to solidify his alliance. He should tell all of his close people about the power when he's going to use it. Almost treat it like the invisible HOH, where like Jag was able to pull me and America in, and we like trusted him a little bit more because he shared it with us. It's a very different situation, but I think it could have a similar effect. Of like, this is what he should use to solidify the alliance. I think mute keeps your follower count up, though. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's too worth it to keep the extra followers, like. Especially because it says, this is from an account you've muted, and I always click on it. Like, it's not a good thing to do. Who should Quinn target with his power? I think... Straight up, like, I think Quinn's in a pretty good spot. I think he could target Cam, and that'd be fine, but he also has, like, if the Pentagon could be kind of real, he could play the middle, which would be very valuable. Maybe for him, the right move is just to target someone like Kenny or Angela, if Angela's still there. I don't think that's the most unreasonable thing. I think targeting MJ, if she doesn't have her veto, is a really good call. I think MJ might be the best target for him, but the veto makes it really tough, because she's gonna have it. Yeah, no, MJ's a good target. It's just hard. I think, like, Kenny is probably the right call, though. Are you liking the AI Arena twist? I'm not. I'm loving it for Thursdays. The live shows are much better, but the feeds are suffering quite a bit because of it. Which is obviously what I care about more. I'm not crazy about the season, but I do like the direction it's heading. I think we have the potential of getting into some good shit soon. Why are all the feeds showing Leah cleaning the shower? Because it's safe. There's nothing bad that can happen. Also, fuck Sam Smith, by the way. Saw his transphobic rampage today. There's some people who deserve to be shamed off the internet. I would never weaponize my community, but if I would, it would be against people like Sam Smith. Thank you, Nice to Know 7. Appreciate you. Sam Smith, the singer? No. It's funny. Sam from Big Brother 21. I don't think there's a point of showing it on stream what he said, but he was just being ridiculous. Insano human. No, I'm chill with Sam Smith. Not the biggest fan, but you know, they're okay. Should we play some music in the background? What do you guys think? It could be good feeds. I think there's hope. It gets muted if you rewatch the VOD. It shouldn't. It should split the audio. Turner tweeted if you really want to see it. We've all seen enough transgender or transphobic, you know, diatribes. There's no reason. It splits it? Okay, good. What are Molly and America up to? Doing the dishes right now. I've got the women doing women's work out there. Meanwhile, I'm, laboring at the office. I like Turner's tweet. Oh, Turner's tweets are great. I love Turner. Y'all, you can't make me hate Turner. Wonder if Cam is going to support Sam Smith on his take. I don't think so. I don't think Cam is transphobic. I don't think so. I don't know. Or at the very least, he's intelligent enough to not, Every day. 1 month subscriber, Roblox enjoyer. Cory, are you wearing makeup on your eye? I am. Hope you guys like it. You live for the guy with 90 days. It's not like it came up, It doesn't, I don't know. Cam doesn't strike me as someone who's, like, socially super conservative. I think he's a big believer in kindness as a broad idea, not as, like, a way he acts all the time. But, What was the podcast topic? It was actually a really good podcast. I hope the audio is okay because we were doing makeup and the sound might be a little bit all over the place, but it's, Molly's doing my makeup and she's asking me and America really hard-hitting questions. One of the ones that I got was, what's one thing you've never told anyone else? America was asked, the worst thing she's ever done. Like, it's some crazy stuff. That's a stupid-ass tweet you got, Steel Cage. Let's see it. I blocked you, Steel? Steel, what'd you say? Oh, it's fake. Dick. Please inform me on Molly. She's my sister. She's 10. Before you start talking crazy shit. Yeah, the cameraman has a crush on Leah, too. By the way, is anyone else catching the crush that Chelsea has on Cam? That she's very vocally denying she has? Am I crazy? Am I misreading this? Chelsea's like, you know how you're like super attracted to someone, like so attracted, like they're so hot and you really like them and you want to be with them all the time, but then you're like, they're dumb, so I don't like them that much. Why is he even going after Leah? He's the worst. Like, why would he do that? He's so stupid. He should be with me. I mean, he should be with no one. That's really funny. I mean, she never said that, but like I'm trying to read between the lines. Knowing the way the season is, knowing I'm going to be on the updates, I've got to make sure I've got my like girl talk helmet on, my girl talk lenses. So tomorrow I'm doing the live feed update, and then I'm driving to Dollywood tomorrow night. And then we're gonna go in the morning and drive back. If we're back early enough to, no, we won't. Never mind. I'm not even gonna work it up. I was gonna say, like, maybe we'll live, react to the episode, but we won't be ready. We won't be back in time. What do you think of the convo with Quinn and Tucker? Which one? There's a couple. How long is the drive? Like 3.5 hours. Say hi to Red. Doesn't he live there? He does. I don't know. If we run into Red, I'll say hi. The one in the rock room. I appreciated how it seems like they're both willing to move on from the Mr. Andersons thing. I think Quinn can play the angle of, hey, we've been in several alliances together kind of vibe, but like we've been in several alliances together, we can kind of play the middle as a pair. What he's doing with a lot of people, frankly. He kind of did that same thing with Cam already. Do you still golf at all? You busy being a good boyfriend? Recently, I've been busy, but I want to get back into it. I'm playing my first round of golf in a while with my dad. A couple days when he's coming to Nashville. He just roams around Dollywood. Yeah. Honestly, what else are you doing in Gatlinburg? I'm happy with T-Core, how she played today. I'm pretty happy with Chemo. I'm a little bit more optimistic on Joseph. Thoughts on Quinn and Tucker as fellow Libras? I think both Quinn I see a lot of myself in, but he's just so much more extroverted. And Joseph, I kind of see a little bit. Like, he's very in his own head. But again, a different vibe for sure. The broken heart. There's a lot to do in Gatlinburg. If you're an outside person, an outdoors person, I believe. If you're not, it could be a little bit less fun. Gatlinburg is the beach without the ocean. It's a very interesting, introspective way of describing it. Yeah, who's making a fan cam of me to this song? Who's doing it? Would America ever go golfing? She wants to be a cart girl, but I don't think she understands being a cart girl is not going to be fun for 4 hours. Does Molly enjoy outdoors because Dollywood was flooded yesterday? No, she doesn't. But hopefully it'll be fine by Thursday. It's got a couple days to recover. Production might never cast another cop again after this Kenny flop. No, they're going to get back in their cop casting bag. I wish Cam would lock in. I don't think he has it in him to lock in, but we'll see. It seems like Lisa would be going home in that situation in Roblox. Is this the first cop since 20? That can't be right. There has to be another cop, right? No? Maybe it is, huh? Nicole on 24. Nicole Lyog. Yeah. Felicia, kind of. Yeah, Felicia was a cop. It feels a little different, but Felicia was a cop. Do you think Angela telling Quinn about the power can kill his game? Or telling about Quinn's power? No. It could hurt it, but I think at this point, it's going to come out when it comes out. I think Quinn should be proactive about it, honestly. If Angela's staying this week, and tell his allies. Whoever he wants to lock in with. The problem with Quinn is he has so many allies, if he tells some and not others and it gets back to them, they'll be able to piece together, wait, who's Quinn actually working with? It's kind of similar to me, where, like, when it comes to my information with Jared, like, I knew some information that he knew. Like, you could... the example is Suri and Matt. Like, by knowing that Suri told Matt information and didn't tell me information, that tells me that I'm much further out of the power structure than Matt, which is very important. So, like, that kind of information can be gleaned from this, which is bad. If it gets out, he just has to put it to everyone and claim the next HOH. Yeah, like, ultimately, even if his power's leaked, people still have to kiss his ass because he has the power, and it's not, like, the most unreasonable thing to hide a power you've had. You know? The Salt and Pepper Shaker Museum in Gatlinburg? That sounds cute. Nobody on this cast seems to really know how to play other than Quinn and Joseph. I think T-Core and Chemo are getting there. I think Chelsea has an idea. Brooklyn might have an idea. I've never been to Ruby Falls. I don't know what that is. Is it a waterfall? Mr. Roboto. Rabina's getting there? Yeah, I think so. I think there's a very clear top 6 in this house right now. I think it's T-Core, Chemo, Quinn. Clearly. Brooklyn's there, Rabina's there, and Chelsea. I think that's the 6 players I would consider good so far. And there's a lot of time for them to not be good. I think all of them have made a lot of mistakes, especially Quinn. He's got really high highs and lower lows. Tom, thanks for the gift. How are you doing, man? I think Chelsea blew this week. Yeah. Well, I think it's a missed opportunity. She didn't make any catastrophic decisions. I think she's fine, but I think her position got slightly worse, marginally worse. Think Cedric can do anything long term? I don't think he's on borrowed time, but he's not in a great position. He needs people like Kenny to make it further, you know? He needs people like Cam to make it further. He might be in a me position where he's in a good spot and people like him, but all of his useful allies and assets might just start getting voted out and he runs out of people. Timeline saying there's a condom in the shower. No one had sex in the shower. Unless they kept it there from last year. What party did you just come from? Charlie XCX concert? Secret. I got a secret. The third person on the block and the AI arena really makes being HOH difficult? Yeah. Stockwatch is done. Alright, well, let's see the final rankings they did. So T-Core got 7s, and 8 for Mary's crazy. Giving Tucker a 6 is outrageous work. Tarot is so based on Tucker. Tucker, this is a ridiculous ranking. A 6 for Tucker. I was higher than a 6 for 3 or 4 weeks. Tucker is not this good of a player. Quinn getting 6s, I think, is fair. I think positionally, though, is he really that much worse than T-Core and Chemo? Maybe they're just saying they trust T-Core and Chemo's game ability, but I think if they're 7s, Quinn should be a 7 still. Mackenzie at 5s. Again, I think it's reasonable to give her worse than a 5. I would say 4s, even though she has the power, Yeah, Terran's always a little bit harsher on the rankings. I think Mary generally just had a bit of a higher scale than everyone else, it seems. But even still, giving Tucker a 6, I think, is crazy work. Kristen, thanks for the gift. I appreciate it. Leah having 4s is wild. That sounds about right to me. Is your computer in Eastern time? It is, yeah. I really should fix it. It's Mari. Mari. I'm sorry. I knew that. I apologize. I totally knew that. There's Frail Mary and there's Mari. Did you watch Cutie season of the Circle? No, but I have spoken a bit to Cutie. She's amazing. She's super fun. She was in the Who Wants to Be a BB Millionaire. They were giving Cam hella 7s. Look, I think I was... Look, I've had some bad takes this season. My good takes have been Cam I was low on, and he seems to be not that good. I was also low on, or high on Brooklyn. That seems to be panning out. Her season's so good. Cool. I've been watching a man play Rock Band 3 for 12 hours. Damn, I wish I could do that. Too busy. You know? Damn, I need this Spotify channel to stop being on repeat. Oh, this is a good song. This is good. I really don't have that many notes for this live feed update. Like, most of the interesting stuff I thought happened in the morning between, like, T-Core and Chemo, T-Core and Quinn, T-Core and Rabina, Angela Lisa's drama, Lisa talking to Rabina about it, Chelsea's cam talk. Like, was there anything interesting that happened after, like, 2 p.m., according to you guys? You guys can yap for an hour, maybe. VIP games on Saturday. That's the plan. Yes, Saturday at like. I don't want to set it in stone yet. I'm sorry. I don't want to give you guys. I want to make sure you guys have enough fair notice, but like. I just want to. I want to make sure. Just hold off on it for now. Don't set aside time. They've been chilling. Can we do marbles to pick who plays? I'm kind of worried about doing marbles like that, Nicholas, because like so many people are gonna join who don't want to play, and it's gonna be such a bitch to do. Angela said she was done campaigning. I don't believe it. She thinks she's going home. It's so weird. Like I really do hope that Lisa, like Lisa going home and Angela being blindsided by her staying would be funny, but even still. Rabina and Cedric cuddled platonically. America, like, told that to me, and she was like, no, Cory, they were cuddling, like, all over each other. And I'm like, okay, Jesus. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to get off. I have to run to Whole Foods. It closes in 8 minutes, so I've got to run down there. But I appreciate you guys. Fun stream, and I'll